So in today's video, we take a trip out to Elev802 in Boston and meet up with the Bruins EBUG John Bastoni.
It's a lot of emotions, but it's, I mean, they're great emotions. There's nowhere else I'd want to be, you know?
We also sat down and talked about his emergency goalie experiences in Boston. The EBUG Life, baby. So what are you expecting for today?
We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna hopefully just show the saves.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All saves today.
Yeah. It'll be a lot of fun. We've got some quality shooters apparently out here.
Yeah.
The Elev8 studio up here in Boston is phenomenal. You know, the owner, John, you'll probably see at some point, is a great guy. You know, he's done a phenomenal job just building this from the ground up, and obviously merging with the guys up in Vermont. And
Yeah.
you know, the Elev8 brand is obviously, you know really taken off, it seems. So
I was gonna say it's been cool seeing the Elev802 guys like branching out. The brand's really growing, and honestly, you said we were coming out here to skate, and I was like, oh, this is really cool to kind of come into an Elev802 facility. And, just walking around, they've done a great job with this place.
Yeah. I think this is less than a year old. I want to say he opened it back in May of 2021. You know, I'm usually one of the oldest goalies when he has his leagues or whatever. But you know, I might be old, but I can still move around a little bit.
Got to give the kids a run for their money.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited to see your setup. I got a brand new setup I'm testing out tonight.
Yeah, sneak peek.
Yeah, rocking the old Lefebvre stuff between you and I.
So the Lefebvre gear, I mean, I have the throwback vintage stuff. I love it. It's a nod to the first sets that I ever had when I grew up. So
it's a sweet setup.
Yeah,
checking it out earlier, it's cool.
Yeah, it's I love it. I love the stuff. So it's the best of both worlds for me. It's it's the new school technology with the the old school look. So it's, it checks a lot of boxes for me.
Sweet. So you've been doing the EBUG stuff with the Bruins for how long now?
This is my third season now.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I wasn't one of the original guys, but got added to the mix a couple years ago. So it's been great.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing a video. I might have asked you this already. The video of a guy during a Bruins practice took a slap shot from Chara straight to the nuts. I think it was on the news or something like that. That obviously wasn't you, was it?
No, that was not me. That was one of the other guys. The Bruins use about 6 or 7 of us, so it's a little different. I mean, as you know, every team's a little bit different.
Yeah, right.
So there's about 6 or 7 of us, rotate all the games. So, typically works out to about 6, 7 games a season, 1 a month or something like that. So,
how often do you guys get to go practice?
with the Bruins?
Yeah.
Never.
Never?
Never.
No.
Every team does it a little bit differently. Right. So the incident you're referring to, that may have been the last straw when they had an EBUG show up to practice. But to my knowledge, I think it mostly has to do with the fact that the American League team, the Providence Bruins, are 45 minutes away.
Oh, right. I didn't think about that.
So it's not like the Calgary Flames where you got a cross-border issue, you got to get your farm team in Stockton, California, whatever. That's a much bigger deal. You can get a guy from Providence up here in 45 minutes. There's a lot of options, and I think the Bruins certainly prefer to go that route rather than getting one of the emergency guys out there. But I'm available. Ready to go.
Right.
As it comes to goaltending, I got a lot of different irons in the fire. I started coaching a few years ago. I've done stuff, local high schools. I've had the pleasure of working with Mitch Korn. I currently work for a goalie coach up here named Joe Bertagna. He's been doing goalie camps up here for 50 years. I attended one of his back in the 90s, so that's sort of full circle for me. And I also coach for the University of New England, D3 school up in Biddeford, Maine. Phenomenal program, phenomenal team. Just really lucky to inherit great group of, great team, great group of goalies, great coaching staff. It's a pleasure to work with them. I learn just as much from them as they probably learn from me.
Oh yeah.
They probably learn I actually learn a lot more from them actually. But, so it's an honor to be. I love the coaching side of things. It's an opportunity to stay involved in the game, to give something back. The game has given us all, I think, something in one way or the other. Yeah. So just seeing, a smile on a 5-year-old's face who makes his first windmill glove save to, a congratulatory, hey, great game with a 23, 24-year-old, college kid,
yeah.
That level of excitement makes it all worth it.
Have you had any close calls yet? Or having to go get dressed or anything?
So the closest I got was, it was a game against Pittsburgh. This was a couple years ago. Pittsburgh went up like 3-4-0 in the first period. And the hockey ops guy that I deal with came over to me after the first. And I'm there with my wife, like the first time she's come to a game. And he's like, I need you to come with me. I'm like, what did I do to eat too many M&Ms out of the dispensary?
Yeah.
What's happening? He's like, we think Halak may have tweaked something, so we need you to grab your gear, come down to the dressing room, and get ready. I'm like, all right. So I look at my wife. I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. This is her first time coming to a game, so she's like, this is what happens like every time.
Right.
I'm like, this is this is unusual.
Rare.
So I go down. They put me in this little green room next to the Bruins dressing room, and it's the end of the first. And again, it's 4-0 Pittsburgh. He looks like he's sort of laboring to me. I'm like, yeah, he's probably coming out. So they grab my gear. They're like, don't suit up just yet. Just sit out in here, hang out in here. We'll keep you posted. And I'm in there with the security guard. They got the TV on. This guy's going through all these questions. Where you from? Buddy, I'm rattled. Like, please stop talking.
I'm processing a lot right now.
Yeah. So the hockey ops guy comes back in. He's like, Yaro's going to go back out for the second. Just sit tight. Whatever. So he goes back out. All of a sudden, the Bruins come back. It's 4-4. I'm like, all right. He looks like he's figured it out. And after the second, they come back. They're like, you can go back up to the 9th floor. He's going to finish the game. I'm like, all right. So that was as close as I got.